Here is the starting grid for today's race. We start off with Ugran starting from pole. Him and Ludwig tied for pole, but Ugran hit the lap time first. Ludwig starting from the front row, Laurent starting from third, Martin from fourth, once again driving for Racing Point just as in qualifying. Batuco replaces Corvo for Carpathian's Peak, so he will start fifth. And there's no second wave line driving on the grid here today, which means Tihi is promoted up to P6 and everyone behind him is also gonna start a position higher. That includes Jay Fury, who starts 7th, Hill, who starts 8th, Erman, who starts 9th, Bishone, who starts 10th, Onobla starts 11th, Figo starts 12th, Hatch starts 13th, Stravy will start 14th because there is no second Vencer on the grid who would normally start 14th, and Rosgui will start 15th, Hawkins 16th due to grid penalties for impeding for both Rosgui and Polakovsky, who replaced Hawkins in qualifying for the Racing Point car. So that is your grid, only 16 drivers here today, and let's get straight into the race. Hello and welcome to Formula League Season 2, Round 2 here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and we're underway. It's Ugran on pole, Ludwig falling behind, then Laurent, the only three drivers with a time below 31 seconds in the qualifying. And it's been a relatively calm start here. Look at the Figo, Bishone and the two RTX Boeing cars there. They were very close together. Ugran is running away in the lead. Ludwig trying to keep close behind, but he started on the mediums. I think he has used up all his softs for this week. If I'm not... Yes, he has. And he started on the mediums. Now Laurent is going for the overtake move. Jay Fury started... Oh, bit of lag there. Not sure what happened. Jay Fury started 7th. He's up into 4th. Only 4 drivers out on softs. Martin regains P4 from him. Tihi down in P6. He qualified P7, but there's no second waveline car, so he started P6. It's Ugran and Laurent running away in those soft tires. Ludwig still holding on to that podium spot on the mediums. Martin in 4th on the mediums. Jay Fury trying to get past both of them. Uses the boost, gets slightly ahead of Martin, but not enough to clear the obstacle. Oh, and I don't know what happened there. We got Batuco behind, then Tihi, Hell and Erman in 9th on the hard tires. One of only 2 drivers starting on the hard tires here. Then we have Hawkins, Onobla and Shone all on medium tires. Figo in 13th on mediums. Stravy on mediums 14th. Rosgui on the hards in 15th. And Hatch down into 16th. Ludwig has now made up quite a bit of a gap between himself and Fury and Martin. Batuco around the outside of Martin. Can he keep hold of that position? No, he can't. It was a great use of boost, but he wasn't able to hold on to P5 there. He's got Tihi and Hill behind. He's got that pack. Hawkins is leading as well, and he's still fighting Martin here. The 2 Spanish drivers competing for P5. Fury currently leads this pack. Then we've got Hawkins has actually separated himself from Erman and Onobla. Onobla looking to try and make his way past. Oh, tried to go for a very risky move there, but hit too much grass to make it possible in the first place. Shone not too far off behind, but I think he's lost a couple of positions. Something may have happened to him earlier in the race that we've missed. And Hawkins overtakes Hill. I think Hill slowed down there for him. Oh, Erman hits the wall. I'm not sure if he got forced into it or if he hit it himself. But that was a tough wall hit nonetheless. Tihi in 7th. We've got this pack. Martin going down the inside of Fury. Keeping it somewhat clean. Also a bit laggy. Batuco trying to boost past both of them. Not affording enough space there to get past Martin. Martin hits the grass at the exit of the castle section. Batuco down the inside. looking to take P4, but Martin is still fighting against it. Batuco using that extra bit of boost. Fury using the boost, getting past both of them into P4. Back there he goes, the two Spanish drivers, Spanish reserve drivers for that matter, fighting behind them. Ugran, Laurent and Ludwig, it's been a relatively calm start between them. Laurent has managed to keep himself around a second behind Ugran here, but both of them look very comfortable on these soft tires. Ludwig on the mediums has dropped a fair bit behind, and I think his car might also be lacking in that regard here today, but we'll have to see when they're on more eco tires. Fury is running away from Martin Batuco, who are fighting like crazy, and this is interesting. Martin might be looking to fight as a bit of a strategy here to help Hawkins make up positions. Of course, Hawkins had to start from 16th as a result of Polikovsky's grid penalty, and now he's all the way up in 7th. Right behind Batuco. Oh, Martin makes a mistake. Batuco hits the back of its concertina effect. That allows Teehee to also enter this pack. Hawkins boosting his way past Batuco. It's currently a racing point 5.6. Batuco down the inside. What a clean move. He's regained P5. And this pack is just getting bigger. They're causing an enormous pack to build up here. And look at the concertina effect over there. All the way down to Shone. Everyone hit the back of the previous car. That is crazy. This is getting very, very interesting. J Fury and all that chaos has escaped. Batuco still trying to hold on to that P5. But Hawkins smoothly boosts his way past him to start lap 10. Ooh. What a line there on turn 2. Martin used his boost. Now he's up into P5. Teehee is just holding down P8 behind him. Shone. Where's Hill gone? Oh, Hill is into the pits. He's into the pits onto a set of medium tires. Durman is into the pits onto a set of soft tires. He started on hards. So these two looking to make an undercut work here. It'll be very interesting to see if they can pull that off. Hill is getting closer and closer to Rosgui in the back. Bashone is now also into the pits. There he is. He's onto the hard tires instead. He exits out. Will he exit out ahead of Nick Hill? I think he just will. But I think Nick Hill might still make that move on the exit nonetheless. And Nick Hill is up into P14 at the moment. Will Shone fight it? No, he makes a mistake. Durman now attempts to make the most of that. Unfortunately, can't find any space to overtake Shone. Tries to go down the inside. Now tries to go down the outside. And he's really stuck behind Shone here. He's on faster tires potentially. But now he's lost a fair bit of time to Nick Hill as a result of getting stuck behind Shone. We've got a lot of pit stops here now. Ugran is onto another self-stops. Laurent, meanwhile, has opted for the medium tires. Ludwig has not yet pitted. But look at the gap that's formed for the top 3 that Ugran and Laurent have both managed to calmly pit. Without losing any positions. Meanwhile, J Fury pit from P4. He's down into P9. In come Batuco, Teehee and Figo all off the medium tires. Teehee onto hards, Batuco onto softs, and Figo onto mediums. Remember, there is a 2-tire compound rule in this race, which will be important to keep a track of, but I'm pretty sure everyone is running on a 2 pit stop strategy here. Is currently Ludwig out in the lead, but the provisional lead is Ugran's, who's on fresh soft tires looking to escape away from Laurent, who holds the fastest lap on the mediums. He's hit a 30.73, and that was 2/10 faster than Ugran's last lap. What a lap from Laurent. Then we have the 2 racing points. They've managed to escape. Who was it with them? Batuco, because Batuco has pitted. That's why Durman, great undercut from him. He's managed to make his way past Shone and Hill after all, and now he's up into P10 behind Batuco. The Fencer car was very terrible in Bahrain. It has gotten quite a decent amount of upgrades for Baku, but it's still a bit off the pace, you could say. So it's great what he's been doing with it. Both racing points into the pits now. Strevey on the worn medium tires is up to P5. Not for long. Martin manages to hold on to provisional P5 here. Hatch is also up into P7 on worn mediums. Then we have Hawkins, and Batuko is just behind Hawkins in that regard. The Carpathian's peak driver, or reserve for today, looking to hold on to a good points paying position for them. Hatch is really falling down the order, but he stays out another lap on those medium tires. I think he's planning to go on a one stop. Hits the wall on turn 1. Durman looking for a way past him, looking down the inside. Oh, manages a very aggressive move. Might be caused by lag as well. What is going on between these two? Durman is on fresher soft tires, fresher faster tires here, and he manages to now hold on to that P9, but that was very scruffy between the two of them. Figo, meanwhile, fresh mediums. Hatch is finally into the pits. You know who isn't into the pits? Strevey, still holding on to P7, but he's really helping the racing points out because it looks like Batuko was stuck behind him. Look how he's drifting around the corner. Strevey on very worn medium tires. He'll be looking to make a one-stop work, but he's now got Durman Figo overtaking him because of that mistake brought on by the tire wear. Nick Hill also overtakes him. He's down into P11. And T has really fallen off. Oh my god, nearly didn't let his teammate pass there. That was difficult. Oh, it said left the game. He didn't leave the race. He's disconnected. Not sure what's happened there. But damn, that's the race over for Strevey. Ugran, meanwhile, there's Hatch in between him and Laurent. Yep, and he's leaving a lot of space there. Laurent doesn't have much boost there, but there's the blue flag for him. Rosgui, very nice and calm. Unfortunately, he did receive a 5 place grid penalty in the qualifying for impeding, but here he's done it. Oh, there with Laurent, it might have not been as well timed, but you know, it is his teammate. I'm sure they'll be able to work it out between themselves. Meanwhile, Hatch and Rosgui can fight amongst themselves. Ugran, yeah, it's a calmer lead now. He's gained another second. Erman is into the pits for a second time. Is this his final pit stop? It might be. Rosgui hit the back of him when he was exiting the pits there. It's very interesting. The Venser grip might be too low. It might even require a free stop, but we'll have to see. As the race stands, it's Ugran, followed by Laurent, followed by Ludwig, who's right now behind Rosgui here. Very nice blue flags there from Rosgui, calmly letting Ludwig pass. And yeah, he's just running P3. I think the Waveline car, just not enough quality in it today, it seems, and not a good start. Having exhausted all the soft tires, unfortunately. But it's still a podium position he's running in very comfortably. Fury, he started P7. It was originally T. Vinci who reserved for McDonald's. Qualified P8 for them, of course, with the absence of the second wave line. That was a P6 start instead. Ugran is into the pits, onto a set of hards, and I think this will be his final pit stop. We've also seen Nick Hill and Bichone have gone into the pits. Nick Hill onto a set of medium tires. Very interesting, and the three of them are in a pack here, trying to undercut. Durman letting Ludwig pass very nicely. Just warning ahead of time there for Ludwig, who finds himself stuck behind a few. Well, not stuck, since he hadn't caught up to them yet. Not sure what happened to Nick Hill. I had just clicked off. That's a shame, because something did happen there. Maybe a castle section issue. He's lost the position to Durman because of that. Laurent catching up onto Batuko and Onobla. Oh, Batuko looking for the inside. Oh, he does send Onobla into the wall there, however. Laurent allowed to pass by Onobla. Very nice blue flags. Ludwig currently running P2. That's only because of the extra pet from Ugran. Is Ludwig planning a one stop? His hards are not that much more worn than Ugran's. Laurent is into the pits now, onto a set of medium tires. So we've got Ludwig. There's no blue flags ahead of him currently. Ugran behind Hatch and Shoney. Then we have got Laurent, who has pitted out just ahead of Fury, who has yet to pit one more time, and I think he will need to. Then it's Martin running a comfortable P5. Hawkins has just pitted a second time, which has allowed Teehee to temporarily jump up to P6, but I think it will be Hawkins provisionally running P6, Teehee maybe P7, maybe even lower, since there's a lot of people behind them that have already pit for a second time. We got Batuko, we got Figo, who's managed to make it up to currently P9, maybe provisionally P8. Then we have Shone, we have Hatch, is doing quite well. Erman in 12th, Hill in 13th, Onobla currently in 14th, Rosgui in 15th, and Strevey, of course, the DNF. And I think we just saw Teehee there make the pit stop, and he's exited out just ahead of Hatch in P10 on fresh medium tires. Let's see here. Bit of issue there between Laurent and Hatch, but lag caused as well, as we see Durman and Nick Hill there in the back. Some issues between the two of them. Laurent hasn't yet caught up to Teehee. Ludwig, he's got clean air. He's still holding on to P1 at the current moment. I think he has gone for the one stop, so we might have an exciting race here on our hands. But look at that, it's 9 laps, more than 9 laps till the end, and Ugran is already 1 second behind, 1.3 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Laurent, I think he's had a bit of issues, maybe a bit due to the traffic, maybe also just has, you know, dropped behind. He was 1 second behind Ugran in the first, and then it was 2 seconds, then it was 3, so it might have been a pace drop. Fury, meanwhile, he's just holding on to P4. He doesn't really have a fight with anyone. It's just solid McDonald's points, and I think McDonald's will have won this race weekend in terms of points. Hawkins, also very solid points for him. He's solidly in P5 at the current moment. Meanwhile, Martin is out here. He's fighting Batuko for P6, and Figo is not too far behind either of them, so we got a freeway fight on our hand there. Meanwhile, Ugran, oh, mistake in the castle section from him. He was so close to Ludwig there, but he's still got a lot of time. Here comes Figo to enter the battle between Batuko and Martin potentially. And Martin here, he's got soft tires compared to the others being on hards. Let's see here, Batuko tries to go for a move. Oh! And Figo gets taken out by him. Batuko allows him the position back. Very nice sportsman-like move there from Batuko, but now he's going back for it. There he goes for the move nonetheless, and both of them have just lost Martin. Meanwhile, Ugran, he's behind Ludwig. He's not managed to make the move, but he's got slightly fresher hards by, I assume, about 2 to 3 laps, and Laurent is now catching both of them a lot faster. He's on even better tires, and he's on faster tires. We might have a freeway fight for the race when brewing on our hands. Batuco and Figo not too far from Martin, but still a bit far. Figo now boosts his way past, but we can't miss this fight for the race win potentially. Laurent, I think, made a mistake there. I think he hit grass. He's still a fair bit behind. Ugran boosts his way forward. He's still behind Ludwig here, who's holding on brilliantly on that one stop. Ugran down the inside, manages to boost his way through. Doesn't compromise his exit. He's through into the leader race. Laurent is getting closer and closer. Ludwig maybe too deep. A grass hit there at the start of the castle section, and he's dropping time to Ugran. Laurent behind, hasn't closed down on him yet. Both of them using boost to try and keep up. Ugran also using boost to try and stay ahead. We've got just less than 4 laps remaining. Laurent is getting really close to Ludwig. He's going for... Oh, he hits the wall because of the ping disparity. Both of them have over 100 ping, if I'm not mistaken. And both of them have now... They're losing time to Ugran. I think Ugran is running away with it for his race win here in Baku. But it's not over yet. The problem is here, obviously they're using the boost here to try and keep up or to catch up, but Ugran's also got that boost, and he might even have more. I'm not sure if he has more. Yeah, it's looking more likely that Laurent here just needs to find a perfect opening spot, and it's difficult on such a straight track to find one. But he needs to find one. If you... Oh, Ludwig makes a mistake. That brings Laurent even closer, but he's boosting his way forward. So is Laurent. Laurent's got a little bit more boost saved up, or maybe he started later. Ugran is completely out of this fight. He's out in P1. He's out in the lead. Laurent down the outside. He goes. He holds on to it. And he will take a P2 here for the time being, and Ludwig's tires have just not managed to hold on. And meanwhile, Ugran is closing in on the final lap of the race. Ludwig and Laurent, something could still happen here between these two drivers, but one of them's got significantly better tires at the current moment. Ugran looking to complete this final lap. Laurent looking to still maybe try and catch up, but that's a 1.5 second gap. I think the fight for the race win is over here. Meanwhile, Ludwig still extremely close behind Laurent, using some boost here. Here they go into the final sector. That's the straightaway. You want to have as much boost saved up as possible. Both of them did not have a lot. Laurent had a bit more. Ugran wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's Laurent in second. It will be Ludwig completing the podium. Fury struggling on Nobla and Erman. Oh my god, Erman taking out Nobla there. And Fury meanwhile on the P4, and he's got to be let pass. Hawkins is closing in on him, but it is a P4 for J Fury, P5 for Hawkins. And Figo has managed to overtake Martin. How has that happened? What a race from him, P6. And I think Batuka will beat Martin for P7. It's P8 for Martin. And Tihi comes home into P9. It is gonna be P10. Top 10 for Bishone. Oh, well, that's just terrible language. That will be an instant penalty. Hatch 11th. 12th for Nobla. 13th for Erman. $14th for Nick Hill. And Rosgui will finish in 15th. Strivi, the only DNF of the race. Well, it is the Romanian driver's first win. We had Laurent and Ludwig vying for the race win. Last time around in Bahrain, both of them defeated by Ugran. The new upgrades, the new 4-speed that McDonald's have acquired for this race have come in handy for them. It's a 1-4 finish for them. And wow, very interesting final stint. 3 drivers could have potentially have taken it in that final stint, but in the end, it was the best car, I think, that decided that slight edge. Fury also got the fastest lap of 30.60, not as fast as the pole position, which is a 30.37. Meanwhile, of course, also Racing Point, great double points for them. Hawkins in P5, Martin in P8. Figo with an incredible race as well, up to P6. Let's have some interviews then shortly. We've got, let's see, highest finisher in the VC right now. We have M. Ludwig on the podium. After a tight pole, you probably were hoping for a bit more there. Amazing strategy with the one stop to try and still stay in that fight for the win. What did you make of your week?
Yeah, I mean, tied pole, third in the race, not bad. Very happy for the result. I just don't think we had the car. And also I didn't have any soft tires for the race, so that was a little unfortunate. You could see they pulled 3 seconds on me in the first 5 or so laps, but then went for the one stop. I think they got stuck in traffic a little and it worked out pretty well, but just didn't have the tires at the end.
Yeah, understandable. Also probably the absence of a teammate will hurt Waveline. What do you make of a potential fight for the constructors? Do you think McDonald's are going to run away with it?
I mean, we have a chance, but I'm going to need a teammate in future races, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Next person in the VC highest finisher is Mr. Xavier Hawkins, aka Matimar. I think you started at the very back in P16. So P5, incredible race from you. What do you make of it?
Thank you. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend qualifying due to being sick because of eating way too many cakes at my grandma's place. So had to start last. Unfortunately, I got killed in turn 1 by I don't even remember who. I still don't remember these drivers' names. I'm just a random guy from Nauru, so I don't know these big word names. But yeah, then I started coming back. The DRS felt good. It allowed me to make many overtakes. I also used the battles in the midfield. And before you know it, I was P7 right behind Bituko and the Gamer. I feel like it was after 8 laps. I struggled to then get ahead of the Gamer because I was making way too many mistakes. I didn't have the consistency in the middle of the race, especially in the second stint, but fortunately I managed to run away from him, and then I made the gap bigger, even though the Gamer had better tires in the end, thanks to Bituko and Figo fighting with him. So fortunately I was able to run away with that P5. Could have been a P4. I saw Fury in front, burning out the tire just a half a second in front of me, but I unfortunately wasn't able to catch him. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with that P5. I'm a bit sad that the comeback ended when I saw that Fury is 9 seconds in front of me on lap 10. And I was like, oh shit, that's when it ends. I would like to thank my amazing race engineer Polak, who continuously yapped to my ear for the entire race, just like I do in the interviews. His strategy was very good, and it really helped me to run away from the Gamer Figo Bituko group fighting. And yeah, I feel like it was the best choice we could have made. And also thank you for the help with the practice. I would also like to thank my teammate for this race, though Gamer. P4 qualifying is absolutely amazing, and You had a really good race, amazing fight with you, Bituko and Figo. P8 is a really good result. You can be proud of yourself. And yeah, the teamwork was amazing. It was a pleasure racing alongside you, and I hope that I'll get to do it again. And after scoring that P5, I feel like that now we're Sportsman of the Year trophy is definitely going to be mine
Yep, thank
after
you very
gaining
much.
these 11 positions. Thank you, Mr. Interviewer.
Yeah, thank you. Um, yeah, great race from him. Definitely in contention for driver of the day, the Nauruan driver. Up next, we've got Mr. P6 in the BAR. Is S Figo. What do you make of your race? Also, quite a bit of a haul from P13 to P6, and I know you've not really enjoyed your car, but you've still managed to do quite a good result. What do you make of the week?
Yeah, pretty difficult to be fair. I think at the beginning I got like caught up in a bunch of incidents. I like I accidentally took one dude out and other people took me out. And by the end of it, like I was like second last. But it wasn't by that far because everyone else was like being held off in this pack. Well, everyone except for like the top four. But so I was like, oh, P5 is my goal. I'll try and get that. Um, I don't know. I feel like this car's quite like mean to you if you're not like practiced that well. Like I shade up 10 minutes. I hadn't really done that much like practice for the last like few days. So I was basically just running like I knew. I had to get used to it again. And like when you hesitate with this car, like bro, it just gives you an insane amount of understeer. So and definitely at the beginning, it was also just tough. But I think the car isn't actually too bad. I mean, I can try and bring it up to better spots. I do think it's like bottom three. So it's pretty amazing I've managed to pull it up to anywhere near P6. But um, you know, it is more just I think more of it like me not getting like P4 for example is just like me not being used to it. I just kept on like letting go, hesitating, and it just like gives me a hell of understeer when I try and turn in again. So I just kept on hitting the walls and stuff. So but I think we can do better. And hopefully the upgrades will come. And yeah, I'm just happy with the result. I think a bit of luck as well because I think one of the guys dropped down like really far. Oh, he hit the wall before like the massive straight. So I got to pass him, and from there, like he fought with the guy behind me at the time. So yeah, they kind of gave me a gap to run. But yeah, very happy. We'll see how we do the next time around.
Yep, thank you very much. I mean, a similar story as Ludwig, the only driver for your team, but you've managed to secure quite a good finishing position and also gain quite a few positions considering that P13 start. Not as much as Hawkins, of course, that is the 11th positions, but still probably in contention for driver of the day as well. And finally, out of the people we have in VC, we can talk to the team principal of Racing Point, Polakovsky himself. Polak, what do you make of this weekend? Great improvement to have both of your drivers in the top 8.
Well, it's been certainly a pleasure to see both of the Racing Point representatives to be so high up on the grid. It's been a very good comeback from Mr. Hawkins that was a bit unexpected, but also expected at the same time, knowing how good a driver he is. Also, the great qualifying also turned into a good result for our emergency reserve, Mr. Martin. Who also stepped up really quickly when it was called that Leksuski won't attend the race. So thank you for a quick reflex from him. Well, this result, I would say, marks the beginning of how we are starting to develop ourselves as the better and better team each weekend. But I hope so. So the only way is just up for now. For us as the team to progress and become better and better as the time goes on.
Yep, thank you very much. And that will be all for the interviews. Congratulations to a Grand F1 fan for winning the race today for McDonald's. Congratulations to the podium sitters, which also includes Laurent and Ludwig, and we'll see you next week at, I believe it's Sochi, so a second street track in a row, one with a bit more space, bit more runoff, so potentially less incidents. But it was pretty cold today, mostly just the blue flags that I think slowed down quite a few people near the top. And yeah, Merry Christmas as well, and we'll see you all next week.